Hey everybody, Final Gear here. Today, I got another deep thought for you. And this one, in my opinion, is a lot more real and, well, relevant than the music one. Well, the music one, I feel like, is decently important. This one, depending on what we do about it, could end up impacting, taking care of my bike lock, could end up impacting, well, how we end up, how the human race truly ends up. Here's the problem. Human beings are becoming lazy. And by that, I mean we're becoming dependent. Dependent on technology. Now, again, just like in the previous video, I'm not saying that everyone is like this, or that being a little bit dependent on some technology is bad. I mean, take what I'm doing, for example. Currently, I am dependent on this camera on my phone to record this video. But that's not necessarily a bad thing in this case. I'm gonna see if I can do this. I should be able to. Okay. So, here's the deal. We're dependent on technology, and we're too dependent on other people. Pretty much, long story short, we as human beings, as a whole, are becoming less independent. To give you an example, I work at Walmart, and one night, this lady asks me where something in the store is located, okay? And I didn't know. And I didn't have my phone on me to check on the Walmart app, which, by the way, for everyone, is free to use. It is free to use, and you can use it to find whatever you need in the store. But anyways, I tell her that. I tell her the app that we associates use is free on the App Store and that she could look it up. Her answer? No, I'll go find someone else. I'll go find someone else who can tell me. Why? Tell me, what's the point? You have the if you have the capability to, if you have the capability to frickin' do it on your own, do it. I mean, seriously, it makes no sense why anyone would choose to do that. Why anyone would choose to not do it on their own. And another example of this would be something that happened today. I was taking my cardboard to the back room, okay, where we dispose of it. There was an entire line of cardboard, because at the moment someone was taking care of some plastic. And let's just say, so I start working on it, right? Someone else comes along. They leave their cardboard at the end of the line. They could have helped. They could have done something. But no. There I was, left alone. The only one willing to do anything. The only one willing to be independent. Not be dependent on someone else. Not sit around wondering, is this person going to do it? Or is that person gonna do it? Whoops. Pretty much, is someone else going to do it? You know? See, that's the problem with us today. We are so focused on, thinking, oh, if I don't do it, someone else will. There's always someone who will do it. But here's the thing. Those other people that normally would do it, they're probably thinking the same thing. They're probably thinking, well, someone else will do it. Someone else will do it. And when we all start thinking someone else will do it, what ends up happening? I'll tell you what ends up happening. What ends up happening is nothing gets done. That is why, personally for me, I'm the type of person who, when I see a problem, I go to it. When I see a problem, or someone who needs help, or, I don't know, just something good that I can do, I don't think, oh, someone else will do it. No. You know what I think? I think, I should take care of this. I don't care if someone else is thinking that too and is about to do it. I don't care. That, to me, does not matter. And it shouldn't. And the dark again. Right on cue, right? But, anyways. We can't be sucked into this. We can't be sucked in to what we have become. We cannot be sucked into what everyone else is doing. Do that and, well, nothing will get done, and society as a whole will collapse, yada 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 yada. And again, like I said in the previous video, this is the viewpoint of an American who is actually opening their eyes and seeing these problems. That's another thing. People actually tend to see these kinds of problems. They actually do. People see these problems. They just choose to ignore it. They choose to close their eyes to it. Ignoring a problem doesn't make it go away. If anything, it makes it stick around. Like, for example, how many of you know what the game Plague Inc. is? I mean, I'd honestly be a little bit surprised if none of you know what that game is. But just in case there are those of you that don't know, Plague Inc. is this game where you create a disease. You get it to spread to every single person on Earth in the game, and then you upgrade it to start killing people. To start killing people off. And meanwhile, you need to be fighting a cure. Now, what would happen if that happened in real life, but everyone just chose to ignore it? Simple. We would die. The entire human race would die off. Because we ignored a problem. Closed our eyes to a problem that was there, and pretended it didn't exist. That's what we're doing now. And see, it's not just that we're becoming dependent either. It's like we just can't do anything anymore. Do anything the right way or the smart way. It's as if we are devolving. It's as if we are becoming worse instead of better. I have 2 examples from work about this, okay? My first example happened, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, maybe last week. But anyways, I was doing my job, and a lady and her daughter walked by, okay? And her daughter looks really young, okay? Her daughter is trying to help push the cart, you know, like little kids like to do. And of course, like little kids do, is just getting in the way, you know? And so the mom tells her to let go, you know? Natural reaction. Kid is still in the way. So, and by the way, everyone, I do not swear. Anyways, just a sec. Anyways, she says the J word, pretty much using the name Jesus Christ as a swear word, you know, like people do nowadays. But anyways, after she says that, she says, just let go of the freaking cart. And she yells this, okay? She's not just saying it, she yells it at her daughter. Very strict. Now, again, I'd personally would probably do something similar if the kid weren't listening the first couple of times and all that. Anyways, little girl does what you would expect a little girl to do when parent gets mad. Little girl cry. Little girl get sad and emotional and cry. Okay? Now, let me tell you what I would expect to happen. Oh, and by the way, this little girl also turned around and hugged her mother. You know, seeking comfort. Because that's what little kids do. Even if the parent is the cause of the discomfort, the child will seek comfort from them. Because that's what they do. Now, here's what I would expect. I would expect the mom to hug her back, say something along the lines of, it's okay, I'm sorry, just please listen to me the first time, next time, okay? You know? Comfort the child. That's what should have happened. That's what I expected to happen. What happened was completely different. What happened? Mother kept her arms by her side, occasionally flailing them around while she talked. She was saying things like, what are you crying about? You can't just throw a... Great, you're throwing another temper tantrum. Are you done? Are you done? Obviously not, you're still crying. I mean, come on. Yeah, sure. She's crying because you got after her because she wouldn't listen. But she's a little girl. Now, if it was a teenager or, you know, someone who should know better by now, that I would understand. It wasn't a teenager. It was a little girl. Able to walk and talk, you know, and understand what her mom was saying. But little enough that her mom shouldn't have been that strict. Right there. An example of what I'm calling de-evolution. It's not literally de-evolution, but evolution is something that is supposed to make one better. You know? Especially if they're in a certain situation. That's what evolution does. de-evolution, that would be getting worse. Let's face it, we are getting worse. Another example, and this one is also from today. I have a pallet, okay? On it is a whole bunch of items from that I need to go put out on the sales floor, okay? So that people can buy it. This pallet is stacked up very, very terribly. So terribly that when I try to move it again after I have set it down, the entire thing comes crashing down at the slightest movement. The slightest movement. So, I end up picking it all back up. I stack it back up. And guess what? When I bump into it a little to make sure it won't fall, it doesn't fall. At all. Okay? And this just got me thinking. Aren't we, as human beings, the ones who have thousands of years ago, or let's even just say hundreds, okay? Hundreds of years ago, have made buildings that still stand today in 2019 and will still probably stand 100 years from now? Aren't we the ones that made those? So then, how is it a difficult thing to be able to stack some items, some boxes, on a pallet? It should be common sense how to stack it. It should be common sense that stacking it one way will cause it to be very off balance, whereas stacking it another way will cause it to be sturdy. Heck, if you have to make it look pretty to get it to be sturdy, make it look pretty. You know? Sure, there are ways where you can stack it and it'll be stable that it doesn't look too pretty. But there are also ways that you can do it that it will. My point is, human beings are getting, it's like I said in the last two episodes, last two videos, we're losing our humanity. Our problem solving and intelligence, and combine that with compassion, empathy, and sympathy. Combine those things. Combine compassion and intellect, and that's pretty much what humanity is. And we're losing both of those. Like, take the mother example that I gave. And think about what science, according to evolution, says is a close ancestor of us. Apes, okay? Let's say that a similar situation with that mother, only in an ape situation, okay? Let's say a similar situation with apes happened. You know what that mama ape would do? That mama ape would comfort its child. So are you telling me that an ape, something that a decent amount of people would say is less evolved than us, is capable of being a better mother, a better parent? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right, you know? Anyway, that's just some of my thoughts on it. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you guys are seeing this same thing, kind of like with the music, I would love it if you would comment down below. And, well, like always, if you guys have anything else you would like me to talk about, then I would be happy to. Just, again, comment down below. Let's see, anything else? Well, kind of like what I said yesterday. The point of me making this video is to hopefully inspire anyone, really, into starting to to inspire others to start taking action. Because if you just wait around for someone else to do something, it's not going to happen. But if you take action, problems will start getting solved. Things will start getting fixed. We just need to keep compassionate towards others and be smart. Don't do dumb things. Actually use your brain. Honestly, even in someone who isn't that bright, that people wouldn't expect good ideas to come from, or that person wouldn't even expect good ideas, even that person's brain is a powerful thing. Someone who people would call stupid, idiotic, retarded, all that, even their brains are powerful. Even they are capable of figuring out solutions to problems that no one else would have figured out. Even they are capable of, well, thinking. They are capable of being smart. Everyone is. Some people just choose not to be. Some people just choose to give away the one powerful thing that they have. Because let's face it, if you've got a strong enemy, but you're able to outsmart them, their strength isn't going to beat you. If you're able to outsmart someone, they can't do anything. That just goes to say that we can't let ourselves become dumb. We can't let ourselves become dependent on others and other things. We can't let ourselves lose our compassion. We need to fight for these things with everything we have. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And also, please subscribe. And I'll see y'all you guys later.